Okay, is that recording there?
I can't see a recording on it at the moment. Let me have a look. Yeah, we're recording and Marty's recording. Everyone's recording. That's fantastic.
Good. Fine. Thank you. Okay. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. It's Monday night. It's OnPassive night. It's the UK and Ireland presentation webinar. A special welcome to any guests on here, people that's looking at this for the first time. We hope that you find what we have to share with you very, very interesting and exciting. The way that the webinar will sort of pan out, we'll be looking at a slide presentation of the business, which Red Redfern is going to go through for us. That will probably take about 25 to 30 minutes, after which we'll be hearing from some leaders in the business. They'll be telling us a little bit about their story and why they joined OnPassive. There'll also be a little bit of time for Q&As at the end, and all being well, we should be wrapped up on the hour, depending on how things go. So without further delay, I'll hand you over to Red for the slide presentation.
Thanks very much, Neil, as always, and lovely to see any new people here. This is for you guys. What we are going to show you today is a presentation to hopefully wet your whistle and give you a reason to join us on this journey within OnPassive. Okay, so now what are we going to learn on this webinar today? Okay, let me have a look. Okay, so we're going to learn what OnPassive is, who the person in charge of OnPassive, that's our CEO, what the OnPassive products are and why we actually need these OnPassive products, the current opportunity that's available online and why we are so different from what you normally see. I know it's a bit of a cliche, but please bear with us with an open mind, and then you will understand what I am going to say and what the benefits are of this thing called the Founders Opportunity with OnPassive. So I just need to get something else up here. Hang on a second. So what exactly is OnPassive then? Well, it's the question that most people ask us. And for a start, we are a very real business. And what I mean by this is we are a brick and mortar asset business. We now have 3 physical offices around the globe. We've got that one on the right-hand side in Florida, Orlando. This is our main office where our CEO is, a guy called Ash Mufarah. And we've now got 2 in India, one in Bangalore and the other one in a place called High Tech City, which is a place called Hyderabad. And the reason we have based most of our services over in India is because that is the best place for all the techs and service industries around the globe at the moment. We are a artificial intelligence IT company, an internet technology company, okay, that give a one-stop online business solution all in the one place. We are an internet business. We are nothing to do with anything else that you might see online. We have real products with real people for the use on the internet. Like I said, we are a brick and mortar asset company. We are fully licensed and registered in the USA and India now. We were first registered back in November of 2019 with an SL company over there in the States. And just as a side note, our name OnPassive.com has been registered for 10 years. Okay, so here's a few pictures then of our offices. The big one on the right-hand side is our new offices in Hyderabad, in High Tech City. It is 5 stories of loveliness, completely been redone out now, and it is ready. And we are filling it up with our techs, our support staff, and everything to do with an online business. At the moment, we've got around about 400 to 500 staff in this premises, and we are about 600 strong throughout the world at the moment, and that's split over Florida and Bangalore as well. As you can see, it's been completely revamped. It's got some lovely areas. You can picture there what it looks like at night time. And on the bottom left-hand side, there is a picture of what High Tech City looks like as well. And the main reason we have based our business there is because Hyderabad, High Tech City, is a bit like the Silicon Valley of the States. It's where all of the minds and brains within the internet space are in India. And that's why we have based ourselves there, so we can employ the best of the best for our company to produce all the products and services that we require to have this thing called OnPassive. Now, before I go any further to introduce you to our CEO, most people say to me, and it is the number one question they ask me, is, can I make any money with OnPassive? And the answer to that is yes, you can. And your limit of what you can earn with OnPassive is entirely up to you. Everything to do with OnPassive has a very good ring to it, and that is unlimited. That is the amount of people that can use OnPassive, the amount of money that you can make with OnPassive, and there is no caps. So whatever that figure that you have in your mind is all attainable with OnPassive. And the best of it all is if you bring anybody with you, they have got exactly the same chance to do exactly what you have. It is not the person at the top is making the most money. In fact, with OnPassive, the person below you can make more than you can. So any opportunity that you have in mind to do online within this business is attainable with OnPassive. So who is the brainchild behind this company that we called OnPassive? He's a guy called Ashmu Farah. He's a family man with wife and kids, and he's also got over 20 years of online business experience under his belt. Now, he has been very, very successful in his own right online. But when he was doing his online thing, there's a lot of things that it didn't sit very well with him. And one of those was he could manage to bring in a lot of people into his business, but he couldn't replicate what he was doing for other people. And that, at the end of the day, is for them to make that residual income that they desire as well. He was very good at it, but to replicate somebody else to do that, he found very, very hard. He had an idea that he wanted the 97% of the people who try online and don't succeed to give them a fair shot of being able to make a residual income online, to be able to create wealth for themselves and their families. So he went around looking for a company that would service what he wanted to do. He couldn't find one, so he decided, I know, I'm going to build one myself. And that is with the backing of his family and friends. Before he could do this, he ended up going to back to college, got himself a Master of Technology and E-commerce, MIT, and also attended Harvard, specifically to learn about online business creation. Okay, next slide. Okay, so let's have a look at OnPassive, and I'll give you a bit of a rundown of what OnPassive is all about. Now, I've said already that you will be able to make a residual income online with OnPassive. And the best of all this is the number one reason why people get so stuck within doing anything online is because they normally can't recruit or get people involved with it. The reason OnPassive is so different, remember at the beginning I said we are completely different from anything else, is because OnPassive are going to do it all for us. Yes, you've heard what I said. They are going to 100% do everything for us. You do not need to do anything at all. They are going to recruit for you. And not only are they going to recruit for you to build your teams, they are also going to convert these leads for you. and they're going to guarantee traffic to your business. Now, with OnPassive, they give you a domain name and a website, and this is to host all of the tools and services and products of OnPassive, so that they will then market OnPassive through your leads, through your domain name and your website. It is completely self-funding. This means that you will only pay 2 times, one to become a founder, which is right now, and the next time is the very first month that we launch to the world. Everybody pays for their first month. After that, it is completely self-funding, so you do not have to pay out of pocket again. Everything will be done for you, 100% guaranteed. Okay, you do not have to be a marketer, you don't have to be a promoter, you don't have to have any qualifications whatsoever to be part of OnPassive and to make a residual income. All you have to do is to take part, and that means becoming a founder right now and paying for your very first month. And all this is done by us paying the company to do this for us. And the company will have absolutely every imaginable tool for your success within that first payment, all easy accessible in one place, under one roof, using no copycat or recycled text, because we are building it all for ourselves. Okay, only for OnPassive. It is proprietary, nobody else is using it. Yes, there is things out there that you probably recognize, but it's not the same, because we build ourselves our very own tech and products, and all of this is at the very low price that you will not see anywhere else on the internet. Next slide. Okay, so let's have a look at some of the products that we have got in our arsenal of OnPassive. Now, what you see here is around about 22 products that we are going to launch to the world with. We're actually going to have around about 50 in total. So I'm not going to explain all of these, but just have a little look at these now. Now, they've got, all start with the word O at the beginning. This is just so that people get used to how OnPassive is going to work. Okay, we want it to be a recognizable product that people know, yes, that is an OnPassive product. Academy, O Mail, O Post, O Capture, O Shop, O Counting, O Net. And if you can read underneath it, it gives you a little bit of a description of what these are. Now, if you want to go into depth to have a look at these right now, you can log into onpassive.com and you will find all these products there. And this is the products that we will be having within our product suite within the OnPassive ecosystem. And then there is a summary of all of these there for you to have a look at your leisure. But the one thing to remember is that every single one of these products here has been built specifically and only for OnPassive. There is no recycled tech here. There is nothing copied. We have built these for ourselves. What we have done is we've had a look at some of these businesses that are out there, and you will see who they are in a minute on the next slide. Okay, and what we've done is taken these ideas of what people have done, and what we have done is made them 21st century. A lot of the big names that you see online now, and a lot of the tech is old hat. It's been around for a long, long time, and it certainly is time for a new tech giant to come onto the block. We've got our Apples, we've got our Microsofts, we've got our Googles and Gmails and all the rest of it. They've been around for a long, long time. But all these guys, don't forget, had to start somewhere as well. What we have done with OnPassive is we have taken the idea of things that they have used, and we have upgraded by using new technology, specifically using artificial intelligence at our source. Every single product and service that we have within the ecosystem of OnPassive has got artificial intelligence woven into its subsystem. And this means that they all talk to each other, they know what they all do, and they all interlink. You can use them separately, or they all work very fluidly together, all using artificial intelligence. Okay, so one of the things that OnPassive is going to do that is revolutionary, that you haven't seen before, is a thing called targeted traffic and video marketing. Now, everybody knows how important traffic is. And if you don't know how important traffic that is at the moment, ask yourself, why does every single company advertise? Advertising is getting traffic. And if you're going to have a successful business, whether this is online or offline, you need to get qualified eyes in front of your business. And what I mean by qualified eyes, I mean targeted traffic. That means somebody who is actively looking for your product service within your business. Now, OnPassive is going to be revolutionary in the way it does this. Not only are we going to be marketing OnPassive itself as a business, but if you already have your own business, okay, you can market that business as long as it is approved, which basically means it's legitimate, legal, and it is above board. You'll be able to market your own business through the OnPassive platform. And we will guarantee traffic to that site of yours. So even if you've got your own business name, web page, and domain name, you can still host it on the OnPassive platform, and we will drive traffic to your site. And one of the ways we're going to do this is by using targeted traffic, using what you see here, which is new video format. Now, video marketing is quite new. Obviously, we've all heard of text marketing, email marketing, but video marketing is quite new, and it is all visual. We know how important visual marketing is now. You see it all over the TV with product placements and flashing all the time. It sticks in people's brains to see what you are offering, and it's subconsciously there in the back of their minds. Video marketing is very similar, but what we're going to do with our video marketing, we're going to make sure it's the best quality. It also has intelligent video formats, completely user-friendly for anybody, easy to share, and it's going to be prioritized target audience using artificial intelligence. That means if somebody is searching for your product or service, then we will target that person because we know they're looking for it, and they will get anything to do with either your business or the OnPassive business targeted to them. So let's just recap a little bit then and see what OnPassive is going to do for us. It is a fun solution for any cause. This means that you can use it for anything, as long as it's legal, as long as it is okay, you can use it for anything. It will give you immediate payment, okay? If you have money in your wallet, in your O wallet, you can withdraw it at any time you like. It doesn't have to be any qualifications. It's not weekly, it's not monthly. If you are in credit and that money is in your wallet, you can withdraw it anytime, daily if you want to. It's not a problem. And all of this is done using the top marketing automation that is done for you, completely hands-free, without you having to touch anything. Not only that, OnPassive is going to guarantee visitors and signups to your business using breakthrough products for the automation of your financial freedom, and a lot more. So Richard Branson once said, if someone offers you an amazing opportunity, but you're not sure you can do it, say yes, and then learn how to do it later. Now, the reason we have put this up here now is because the window of opportunity to become a founder at $97 within the OnPassive ecosystem is going to close very, very shortly. As soon as what we call soft launch, which means preparing to main launch, which will be happening very shortly, founderships within OnPassive will cease. There will be no more founders. At the moment, there is nearly just over 500,000 founders, but that position is going to finish as soon as we launch. So for the sake of $97 US, it is now time to get in and learn how you go, because these types of opportunities do not pass you by that often. And for the sake of £75 in English money, $97 US, it's a good night out to change your financial future. So what are OnPassive going to do for us then? We're going to provide a platform for those who have a business that they can become more successful by seeking to obtain and increase abundance for those founders and resellers. We're actually going to market your business, okay, for you in front of qualified eyes. And if you haven't got your own business, okay, we are going to provide a plug and play system that will guarantee your success. Now, I do not know about you, but I've never come across any company online that says to me, I'm going to guarantee your success. And the reason they can say that, and it is a big, big say, is because they are going to market for you. You do not have to do anything. Obviously, if you want to share this business, you can do, but you do not have to. It is not a requirement. It's not a qualification. But for you to succeed with OnPassive, all you have to do is to get in. So let's have a little look then at the current model available online at the moment and why our business model is so different. Now, a lot of what I'm going to tell you now on the old model is not only to do with online, but it's also to do with offline as well. And you probably recognize a lot of this already. Most companies are based on competition and conflict, and that means pitting one person against the other. You've probably been there. You normally have salesmen of the week or month, or you have targets that you have to sell before you get any compensation or bonuses. And this is picking one person against each other. If you're online, you've probably been here the same as I have, the same as many of the people here. We've tried different things online, and 97% of the things have turned into a scam, or they run off for your money, or they get folded. They turn into a money pit because they promise that you are going to do something. They say, well, if you pay for this next one, then you're definitely going to get there. So you pay again. And then sometimes you have to sell the product, or you've got to recruit somebody. And always you have to obtain the tool separately on top of what they have told you before. With OnPassive, you pay twice, once to become a founder, and you pay for your first month. At the moment, that first month is going to cost you between $100 and $250 US. We haven't been given the exact amount yet, but it'll be there or thereabouts. The old system as well, there's never any guarantees. They pick marketers against each other. And unfortunately, the compensation plan is based on your own efforts. With OnPassive, everything is based on mutual benefit. That means the more that I help you, the more you succeed, and the more I succeed. And we all succeed together. It is a real business with real people and real products. If you ring or message support, you've got somebody there who's going to contact you back. It is not automated. It's not a bot. There is real people. We are self-funded, which means we only ever pay 2 times out of pocket, and the rest of it is paid out of the commissions, because we are going to be a customer-based business when we launch. And this is what is going to give us our commissions, and this is what is going to pay you to use these products and services. Now, I don't know about you, but I can't remember the last time that Zoom, Gmail, Microsoft, Apple or any of these companies paid me to use their products. With OnPassive, we will pay you to use our products and services. All the marketing is done for you. We do not have to recruit or sell anything because we are paying the company to do it. Every tool needed for your success is included in that one price, and is also going to be the lowest price that you will see online anyway. And the best of it all is it comes back with 100% money back guarantee. That means if you are not happy at all, whether it's in a day, week, month, or a year's time, you can request that founder's feedback of $97 at any time you want. And the best of all is we have got a revolutionary compensation plan, okay, that is given to us by the company, which you will find out when you become a founder. So Ashmi Farah said, everybody in the near future will have something to use within the OnPassive ecosystem, whether they come for the money or the tools or benefits, or actually just to connect for the communications reasons. Everybody will have a reason to come to us. We have residual bills, so why not make a residual income to pay for those residual bills? It really is an absolute no-brainer. If we can find something that is going to pay us enough money to pay our bills, surely that is a reason to come with us on this OnPassive journey. So, like I said before, artificial intelligence is changing the world of digital marketing. And the reason it is changing it is because AI is working in the background all the time. You've probably seen it and you don't even know that you have seen it. Now, I'll give you an example. If you go shopping online, or even if you're just searching to go shopping online, we'll say you're looking for a pair of sunglasses and you type into Google, I'm looking for sunglasses or whatever it may be. Funnily enough, as soon as you go onto any social media platform, you have got a whole list of different businesses that are selling sunglasses. And not only that is, they're normally businesses where you live or close to where you live. It's like they know what you are thinking. Sometimes you don't even have to search it and up comes adverts for stuff you're even thinking about. All of this is done by artificial intelligence. Like I said at the beginning, every single tool and product and service that we have within the OnPassive ecosystem has artificial intelligence at its source. They're all interwoven and they all work alongside each other. So that means if somebody is looking for one product, we will then target that person with other products that we think that they will be interested with. Now, if you click on any of our links within OnPassive, that person who is a customer will instantly get a 7-day free trial to use all of the products and services within the OnPassive ecosystem to see if they like it. Now, I don't know what the percentage of people are going to be who will sign up as a customer, but I know one thing for sure. If somebody gave me something free to use for 7 days and I liked one of the 50 products, services, or suites, I would more than likely buy one of them. These people then become a customer within your own business and you will earn a commission from them. And all this is done without you having to do a thing because the company will be doing it all for us, completely hands-free, and you do not have to do anything. And this is why we say there is no qualifications to be part of OnPassive. You don't have to know anything about marketing. You don't know how to do about recruiting. You do not even have to know anything about the system. All you have to do is to get in. If you get in, you win. Next slide, please. So let's recap then to see what OnPassive is going to do for us. Our system is effortlessly going to build your team and grow your business by providing unlimited rotators, free website and destination pages that automatically sends traffic to your site. Not only that, they are automatically going to seamlessly review these people, then convert them, and then join them for you into your team so that you can earn the commissions for it. And all this is done 100% automated, hands-free. So let's have a look at the growth of OnPassive. Okay, at the moment, we are sitting at 450,000 founders today. That is phenomenal. When we first started, all the way back in July of 2018, when we got to the January of 2020, we had around about 46,000. And then if we leapfrog forward one whole year, we came to around about 156,000. And in 6 months, from the January to the June of 2020, we then went up to 196. So we'd gone what we did in a whole year in 6 months. And then if you go forward to the September, again, we had doubled our service. Okay. And all the way through September, October, November, December, and January, we were going at around about 30,000 a month. And at the moment, we are doing between 3,000 and 3,500 founders per day. Okay. And the reason we are is because there is hundreds of thousands of people now who are looking at OnPassive because they can see what is happening. This graph here on the left-hand side, if you were to put this graph of a business on any stock exchange in the world, it would be flooded with investors because they can see this phenomenal growth that we have within our company. We will never be on a stock exchange. We are privately owned by us, the founders, and our CEO and his family. So as you can see there, we've got a few screenshots of how we have progressed over the time. It has been phenomenal to see this journey that we have got with OnPassive. It's a joy to see. And on the next screen, we have got a picture of a unicorn. Now, this unicorn here is very, very specific in what I'm going to say now. Now, I don't know if you know what a unicorn company is, but I'll tell you anyway. It is a company that has a turnover of $1 billion. Okay, there is many unicorn companies around now. They are all the big names: Google, Apple, Microsoft, even Disney. They're all unicorn companies, and a lot more actually as well. But nobody has ever done it within the first year of them launching. We are on target to be a unicorn company. That is a company that has a turnover of $1 billion within our first week. And that is because of our founder base that we have now. All founders become customers and resellers on day one. We all pay for our first month, like I said originally, and this is what is going to make our revenue to become a unicorn company. So what exactly are you going to get for that $97 to become a founder? You are going to have access, okay, to our exclusive website that we call Go Founders. Now, within that website, you will have at least 140 bespoke links that you can share with your family, friends, and anybody else. And they are all only for you with your name on it. It'll have videos and links and all sorts of other bits and pieces. We also have early access to beta test all of the products and services of OnPassive before we launch to the world. Not only that is, as a founder, you will have priority positioning within the company payment system that will go on your joining date. We're also going to be a member of the inner circle. This means that whilst we are beta testing the products, okay, we can brainstorm and give feedback to what we think the products are, where we need to change them, all before they are launched to the world, and a lot more. So let's just recap then of what OnPassive is going to do for you as a founder. It is 100% automated, which means it's all done on autopilot. We are going to advertise for you, market, get leads and sign-ups to your business without you having to recruit or build a team. And this is for any business opportunity, as long as it is approved by OnPassive. Even if you haven't got your own business, like I haven't, I am going to market OnPassive as a business, because I know there is so many people who will want to use their products, and everything that happens within OnPassive is done on autopilot without you having to touch anything. And all of this comes with a 100% risk-free guarantee as a founder. You can pay with a Visa or MasterCard if you want to as well. And again, even if you don't believe me that the company will give you that $97 back, under the Visa and MasterCard guarantee, you will get your money back anyway. But that's not going to happen because it just isn't. So anyway, guys, I am very happy that you have had a look at what we have to offer you within OnPassive. We really do hope that you would join us on this journey within OnPassive and become a founder with us. We are here to help you, to answer any questions that you have. This is only a very small part of what OnPassive has to offer you as a founder. Please get back to the person who has invited you here today so that they can then talk to you and you can ask them any more questions. If you get stuck at all and you want some more in-depth questions answered, please reach out to myself or any of the UK and Ireland leadership team, and we will be more than happy to answer your questions. Thanks very much for listening to me. Over to you, Neil.
That's great. Thanks very much, Red. Fantastic presentation. And what I'd like to do now, before we drop on to a few questions and answers, and maybe invite one or two people up, one or two leaders, just to tell us a little bit about their story and why they joined OnPassive. I think we'd just like to start with one of our UK and Ireland leadership team members. Paddy McGuigan, would you like to say a few words?
Cheers, Neil. Red, very good. Yeah, anything that Red was saying there, he simplified it, but OnPassive, until you get on and become a founder, you start to get the light bulb moment. Now, a girl over in the UK introduced me to OnPassive, and I asked her to send me the information. She sent me just one video of Mike Ellis, who's one of the leadership team. I watched Mike's video and bang, that was it. That was the first light bulb moment I got. Now, if you want any more light bulb moments, you've got to get on to the company, because it's only within the company being a founder that you start to really get what this is all about. And this is massive, folks. You know, this is, I have been in business a long time online, and I have seen nothing like this. It's an amazing company with an amazing people. And we're all here to help. You know, we help each other, and we're all here to help you once you become a founder. So I would say get in now and start learning. All right, cheers, Neil, mate. Thank you.
Thanks, Paddy. Yeah, that's absolutely right. There's so many people that have been in for ages now and had that light bulb moment, and it's better than not having that moment at all, isn't it? So no, that's great. What I'd like to do next is ask Paul Angus if he'd like to say a few words. If that's okay.
Yep, hello.
Paul?
Yeah, hi. I'm just switching screens because I'm actually on. I'm on two devices, so
You're on
hopefully,
twice.
I'm on twice. I'm double trouble tonight, Neil. Yeah, thanks so much. It's been a blast here, and every week just gets better and better. I got involved 23rd of December 2019 through my really good old friend from 1996, Dennis Owens, and I'm going to introduce Dennis in just a couple of minutes. But like a lot of people, if you're new, you might be looking at OnPassive, or you might look at it 2 or 3 times. I didn't join for about 3 months. I actually wasn't interested in looking at OnPassive. I thought it was something else that I'd been involved in, which was network marketing. I'd had a good time in network marketing. I've had a very bad time in network marketing, but I didn't want to go that route again. But Dennis had a serious friend talk with me, and said, you haven't seen the videos. If you'd seen the videos, you'll be in. And I said, okay, I'll look at the videos. And on the 23rd of December, just before Christmas, when you don't really join anything, I was in and I was hooked. But it's come a long way. And over the weekend, I made a video that showed a different side of what OnPassive is going to generate with businesses and other things like that, where a lot of our money is going to come from. And just through that little one video, I've got 6 people that want to join our new UK and Ireland group over the last day, literally day and a half, and they're all around the world, which is quite fantastic. So I'm not going to cover that now. If you want to stay on after the presentation, I think we might want to cover that a little bit. That would be great. That could be good. But what I'd like to do now is to introduce my dear old friend and let you listen to him and what he sees in store for this. And as well as Dr. Bill, he's one of the wise men. But before I go off, I've just looked into the panelist side and also how many people, the participants. We've got some amazing leaders in here tonight from all around the world. And there's one person that I've been sharing her video dozens and dozens and dozens of times. So I'm hoping that she's going to speak a little bit later on, and that's Suzanne Devereaux. That would be fantastic to hear from you. So without any further ado, if you could do your mic, Dennis, and come on board and tell us how you got started 2 years ago and what you see in this.
You okay, Dennis?
Can you hear me?
Yes, fire away, Dennis.
But I can't see myself. Can you see me?
No.
Well, now, what do I do so you can see me?
If you got next to your mute button, you've got a video. Stop video.
Start video.
Start video.
Start video. Got it.
Yes.
There you go. Good. Okay. I've been in sales and marketing literally all my life. When I got to 65, I thought it was time to retire, which I did. But I just didn't like it at all. I needed something to occupy my mind and something to do. So I started my own little business, which was done really quite well. But after that, unfortunately, during that time, my wife developed Alzheimer's to a very high degree. And in fact, I lost her last August. But in the meantime, people told me that you could make an awful lot of money online. So I thought, well, that sounds good. So I'll try this. But believe me, you can't. You just can't. I tried so many different things and nothing really materialized for me. And then a lady called Marion Cannon, she dropped me a little email and said, Dennis, you'd have a look at this. It's really good. You don't have to recruit. So I thought, hey, that sounds good, because I had the same problem as most other people, that I was reasonably good at recruiting, but I couldn't get other people to do the same as I was. And I think we've all been down that road. So anyway, I had a look at what Marion sent me, and it looked really good. But then I looked at it again. I thought, no, this is just too good to be true. I don't want to know. I mean, I'd looked at so many and I'd lost so much money, and I was getting short of money, and I wanted to have a nice retirement. And if I went like I was doing, that wasn't just not going to happen for me. So I looked at it, I dismissed it, and I went off to my daughter's for Christmas. This was 2018. Came back from my daughter's, and I looked at it again. And I looked at it and I thought, oh my God, if this could be true, it was really what I have been looking for, and indeed what lots of people have been looking for all their lives. But I still wasn't convinced. And then I thought, who's behind this? And so I looked up and found this guy called Ash Mafara. Now, we all know that have been established now that Ash is really something else. I have never in all my life met anyone as sincere, has got the integrity that he has, and has got the mindset to help everyone, but everyone who joins OnPassive. And he is a phenomenal man. And I could listen to him for hours. He does go on, doesn't he? We all know he goes on. But I could listen to him for hours, because as you're listening to him, you get these nuggets that come through, because you have to not listen to what he's saying, but what he's almost saying. And you can learn so much of what's going on within OnPassive. I mean, when I started, it was just a project. We hadn't got any offices or anything like that, because I actually started in January 2019. But wow, I mean, every time I look at one of these videos, I think, oh my God, it's just got bigger and bigger and more exciting. I mean, damn it, I'm in my 89th year and I shouldn't get excited like this anymore, but I do. It is absolutely fantastic. And I just can't wait for things to get moving. But he's not going to do it in a hurry. And there's no one's going to push him to do it. I had a guy ring me up yesterday and he said, when's it going to start? I mean, this guy's only been with me 3 weeks. When's it going to start? I said, look, Red keeps on talking about apples. And this came to my mind. I said, look, just think of you, if you wanted to grow an apple tree. First, you've got to have the idea of where you're going to put it and what you're going to do and what kind of an apple tree it's going to be. Then you're going to set it. Now, you've got to wait for its roots to establish, and then gradually the apple tree starts to grow. And it takes a long time to grow. But we have got that apple tree, it's growing, and now, would you believe, it's in blossom. And soon, very soon, we're going to start picking apples. And once you get picking apples, every year you can keep on picking the apples. And that is exactly what OnPassive is all about. So there you go. I am the happiest guy you could ever come across. I've got so much to look forward to. And I just could not be associated with a more beautiful amount of people. And I can say this most sincerely, it is absolutely fantastic. And I am extremely happy. And I'm looking forward to a damn good future. I don't even think about my age. I'm going for another 10 years at least. And I've got a lot of plans of things I want to do. And I know through OnPassive, I can do them. And that's my story. Good night, everyone. Good night.
Dennis, that was absolutely fantastic. And I cannot wait to meet you, sir.
I will meet you all. I really will.
Thanks for that, Dennis.
Pleasure.
Before we move on, have you got any Q&As to go through, Red? Or
I have no idea. I better go back and look to make sure. Have a look as I make sure. I was so captivated with what Dennis was saying, to be honest, that I forgot to have a look.
Cheers, everyone.
No, well, I've never heard your story before, Dennis. And do you know something? My father is 84, and he has got a very similar mindset to you. He's still very, very active. He walks his dog every day, 3 miles in the day and 5 miles at the weekend. And he is very similar to you, that he has to do something to keep his mind active.
Absolutely.
And I think, you know, I tip my hat to you, sir, that you are like you are, because I think it's so important to look forward to the future. You know, this is what keeps us young at the end of the day.
Yes,
and
indeed.
I admire you immensely, and thank heaven that you badgered Paul
Yes,
to get
indeed.
him in.
I almost had to insult his intelligence to get
Well, that's
him
not
to
hard to
sit
do
down.
at the end of the
I
day,
said,
is
"Look,
it? Let's face it,
sit
Dennis.
down, shut up, and look." And I knew that once he got it into his head, it was just like lighting the blue touch paper on a rocket, and boom, he's gone. So
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean,
one of the best
Paddy
things I've
touched,
ever done.
yeah, Paddy touched on it as well, and said that there is many people, and you know, I've crossed my path with a lot of people who have looked at OnPassive and dismissed it. And the main reason people do dismiss it is because it's the same old story at the end of the day, Dennis. You know, we've all been round the block, we've all come across promises, we've all come across things that don't materialize, and we are naturally very skeptical. And unfortunately, the British and Irish contingent of people are probably the most skeptical of the whole world race. You know, we don't buy into hype, we don't buy into you know, all these sort of things. We actually like to have a bit of physical evidence. And the likes of you and I, who got involved right at the beginning, I mean, I joined in the September of 18, which is even before you. You know, we really did that in those days, get involved with the dream at the end, you know. And like you said, where we have come from to where we are now is nothing short of phenomenal.
Just
and
amazing.
The future is very, very bright. And I do encourage, I know I'm going to say the same thing. I do encourage people, if you're not going to get in, at least get the facts and have a good look at it. Because for sure as eggs is eggs, you've got nothing to lose. But one thing's for sure is you've got more to gain than you have to lose, because you will be kicking yourself for not buying that lottery ticket.
Yeah.
You know,
my
and the lottery
one
ticket
regret
is the OnPassive foundership.
One of my regrets is I cannot get my son to join, and I can't get my daughter to join. But
I hope you bought them a position, Dennis.
Yes. and I bought positions for my 3 grandchildren as well. So they're in, but they don't even know yet. But they'll know.
Well, I'm the same with my family as well.
Really? Yes.
Yeah. Excellent, Dennis. Thank you very much for telling us your story. Over to you, Neil.
My pleasure.
Yeah, thanks very much. And obviously we've got quite a few guests here as well today. Would Dr. Bill like to say a few words, if that's okay?
Yes, thank you for having me to the UK Ireland webinar today. You know, 4 out of the 7 of my family are British citizens. I don't know if you all know that, but my 2 grandchildren, son married a British lady, and they're all British citizens now. So I feel connected. I was sitting in Brisbane, Australia about 11 years ago, sitting at a table, visioneering how I wanted to grow my dental practice and how I could help other practices, because I've been teaching dentists how to be better dentists for 40 years. And I came up with an idea, and I couldn't find anybody that could put it together. Well, you described it earlier, Red, when you talked about what OnPassive can do with the targeted traffic and the daily funnels. I envisioned that 11 years ago, and it took this long for me to find out somebody who could actually do it. And so all in one place, all in one dashboard. This is an amazing feat that Ash has put together. So I've been searching for a long time to help doctors and people organize their business better. I teach practice management, marketing, leadership, communication. And I'll give you a good example. We had a doctors meeting yesterday, a global summit of the top 100 doctors in the world. And it was supposed to be 100 doctors on the call, each talking about their own specialty. And the vehicle which we chose, I didn't choose it, of course, the vehicle that was chosen only let 50 of us in. It maxed out at 50 instead of 100. And so you got 50 doctors, the top doctors in the world, sitting there unable to attend a webinar where they're presenting. And so, you know, what my topic was, my topic was Ocademy and OConnect. And so I got to talk about that for a short time. And I think we got about 100 doctors ready to buy into that. and just for the record, last year, that same group of doctors had courses that taught 2 million other doctors. And so this thing is ready to explode as soon as we release Ocademy, the teaching platform, as soon as we release OConnect, the webinar platform. We're going to have an explosive growth. You want to be in front of that. You want to be part of the founder group that takes advantage of that by having people come in after you do. So this is a good place. Everybody that's here on this channel, you're doing better than 99% of the people in the world just by being in OnPassive. Thanks for letting me participate today.
Thanks very much, Dr. Bill. I'm just going to pick up on
Bill.
one point that Bill's just said, actually, is that the forecast for OnPassive as far as customers is going to be from the day we launched for 1 year after that is 100 million customers. So we are going to be, as a founder, less than 0.5% of that customer base. So put what Dr. Bill has just said into perspective, just by being a founder, and that means paying your $97 and getting in, you are going to be the top 0.5% of OnPassive just by paying that money. And like I said in the presentation, you don't have to do anything. All you have to do is pay and get in. It's as simple as that. I have actually got one question that I'm just going to answer from Sterla. She said, please, we need a webinar to explain the back office and how to exploit and use the webinar links. Now, I have done a few videos on the back office that if you reach out to me, Sterla, I can give you. But as far as the GoFounders back office is concerned, if you are a founder, you just need to log in and go to the My Links section. And you can explore all those yourself to see which one of those links that you like, that appertain to a certain group of people, and you can share those links with whoever you want. But please remember, the GoFounders back office, okay, is not going to be our main office. We are going to be moving over very, very shortly to the onpassive.com website. So just bear that in mind. Okay, and I think Alberta has done there for you. Okay, back over to you, Neil. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Red. Yeah, I think we're just about on the hour. If we may have chance to hear from a couple of more people. Anybody would like to just chip in with a few words? That'd be great. Or maybe Alberto, do you want to say a few things?
It depends on if you let me. Okay, I have to say, after I've listened to Dennis, as Red mentioned, I can only say marvelous words, great words. It remembers part of my father. My father is 84 at this moment, as Red's father, if I'm not wrong. And initially, when he listened to me, on Saturdays afternoon, you have to know that we're doing also an English webinar on Saturdays. And after 3 times or 4 times, he say, "Hey, Alberto, come here, my son. Now you have to tell me what's going on, because it's something strange. You have to tell me what you are doing." So I started to tell him what I was doing about OnPassive, etc. And then suddenly he said, "Oh, and can I put in this packet of OnPassive 500 euros? Say, "No, Papa, for 500 not. It has to be I think I said 400 and something, or no, 360 something. And he said, why? Because 97, you have to multiply 4 is 360 or 90 more or less. Okay. And then he said, okay, but you have to do it for me because he has no idea about internet. So I've done it for him, which means on one side I said, why he need that? He has everything. He don't need any more money. He is healthy. My mother is also healthy too. Both are living. But on one side I said, oh, they have two, how you say, grandchildren? Yes. Okay, they have two grandchildren.
Nieto and nieta.
Yeah, okay, grandchildren. Okay, that's right. And my daughter, my sister, and me. So we are 4. That means when OnPassive starts, then he has a bit of money. But when he is not anymore with us, he already thought one for my nephew, for the 2 grandchildren, and one for my daughter and one for my son. That's the best gift, however he assists tonight here, can give to another person. Sometimes you spend it maybe a little bit more to make a present. But I can say to you, OnPassive through Mr. Ashmufare is giving us a gift. Even we now take part with it with $97. It's really nothing. And Red says it's 0.5 percentile what we are as co-founder. You can imagine 100 million people, clients from OnPassive, what you may get from it monthly afterwards. You cannot imagine. On the other side, I have to say too, I came across a lot of type of business, but I've never seen a business like this one. The vision of Mr. Ashmufare is so great to help other people. I have to say I was grown up in Germany, okay? And there I met or come across 7, 8, 9 different nationalities. So right from the beginning, or from my childhood and teeny, when I was a teeny, you say teeny, right?
No, correct? Teenager.
Teenager, thank you. And I was already accustomed to deal, to speak, to have relations with people from abroad. And through my job, I'm normally a sales rep in a shoe trade, international. So I came across people from America, from South America, Africa, Asia, Arabia, a lot of people. And now, coincidence, no coincidence, the destiny took me to OnPassive. And again, I came across with a lot of people. Only for this reason, I'm happy. If I wouldn't be part of OnPassive now, I wouldn't come across you. And I know, as Red says, why not to see us when the pandemic goes back and we can do a step forward and we can meet personally. That will be for me the great gift at this moment, honestly. The money keeps us calm, but it doesn't make us happy. I'm happy when I came across, when I see you next time personally. That makes me happy. And with the money, we can help other people to get a better future, because we who are already in OnPassive, we have already done a step forward to be wealth. I don't want to know to say wealth, because we already have wealthy, because we can do a lot of things together. Mr. Bill just mentioned that he had a vision 11 years ago, and my vision was being part on a company like this one, because as Red says, we don't need to recruit nobody, we don't need to sell. We just have to be part of OnPassive, and the rest will be done by the artificial intelligence. That's all. And I was looking a few years ago to invest some money. And coincidence, COVID. Of course, COVID is not nice. But thanks through COVID, I'm now in an OnPassive. Because a friend of mine was invited by an Austrian guy who speaks quite good Spanish, but he was not sure if he understood. But the only way to assist the webinar was at that time, I mean 7 months ago, which I'm now a co-founder, there was only an English webinar or German webinars, nothing else. And then he said, oh, I know someone who speaks English and German. So he phoned me and said, Alberto, I need your help. And my help, why? Because someone offers me a project which I find very, very nice and interesting, but I can't assist the webinars because they are in English or in German. I said, okay, I will do it for you because it's a very dear friend. And so I listened to the German webinar and suddenly I said, oh, that is something I'm interested in. So I went back, we had a meeting, I told him what's going about OnPassive and he said, okay, more or less I understood. And I told him, I will register. I want to invest $3,000-4,000. And he said, no. I said, why not? You don't have to say me what I want, what I have to do. And he said, it's not necessary. With $97 and the first month to activate your account when OnPassive starts on the market, that's only what you have to do, nothing more. I say, it's the first time that someone said to me, you don't need to put more money in something. And I said, oh, that is honest. And then I understood part of the vision of Mr. Ashmufari. Of course, I've bought a few more, not just for me. In this case, for my brother-in-law, for my sister, for my nephew, and a few people too, because I want to give them a gift. And as I say, birthday, I send them this gift. 1 share of OnPassive. And I do it with pleasure. And I think all we are here, we are doing the same because otherwise we wouldn't be here. And it is really a great pleasure. On the other side, you have to see that we are doing this because we like it. 1 point more, I've started 6 o'clock today. Today, I mean with webinars. I was invited by the South African webinar with Mrs. Marina. Then I had my own one with co-founders, only for co-founders. And now I just thought and felt like to join this webinar too, because I consider it now part of my family. It is not the family I was forced to have. It is my family I like to join and to be together with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alberto. That's fantastic.
That's great. Thanks, Alberto.
Thank you.
Anything else you want to add, Red?
Not for me, no. I'm good.
Have we time for one more?
One more, Suzanne, maybe.
Well,
that'll be the last.
I'm trying to get hold of Suzanne, but for some reason I can't see her on the list.
No, I think Suzanne's left the list, but there are some other women on there. It'd be great to hear from a lady.
Yeah.
If we've got a woman, that'll be fantastic. Any ladies out there? Come on.
I'll try and get Suzanne on for next week, actually.
Yeah,
we got
that's fair enough.
Sharon Lynn, Pam Turner.
Yeah, I do believe she was on earlier, but I've not. She's not on the list now. So, but she was sort of listening in, and she was on another call apparently, because she was first onto Sharon.
Julie's here.
Julie,
who's here?
Julie's here. Brad.
Okay. Julie, do you want to say a few words? If not, we'll have to get Marty on.
I'm not following Dennis, okay? That's not happening.
Hello, Marty.
Julie's
Oh, there's a
here.
lady. We've got a
Hello.
lady up there.
Hey,
There's Julie.
Hello,
fantastic.
Julie.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me. Oh my gosh, I was just sitting here and listened to Dennis talk. I was like, oh no, we need Dennis on the show.
It's like I didn't realise it was that Julie, Julie and Milo. It's like the Oprah show. I watch you every day.
Paul, I just sent you a message too, by the way. And then Alberto too. Anyway, thank you so much for having me. OnPassive is a subject that none of us stop talking. We just keep talking. I was doing something and I just came back in and I'm like, oh, I love to say something. But it is a topic where we always continuously talk and continuously to share. It's because of Ash. Did you know that on Friday night, when he joined the Julie and Milo show Friday night chat, our show usually only 2 hours. He stayed with us for 3 more hours. Yes, he did. He stayed with us. And Milo and I are trying to upload that show onto our channel for you to listen. It's incredible. It's totally, truly saying that it is a heart-to-heart conversation that we had with Ash. And it's on its way. I think it's probably already there, but we've been trying to put that on, but it's there. If you haven't listened to that conversation, you've got to. There's a lot of heart-to-heart conversation, a lot of wisdom coming out of there. You've got to. Also, I know everywhere I go, I talk about Julie and Milo show. It's because it's a founder show, because you get to meet, you get to understand, you get to hear the stories of all the founders. And thank you so much, Peter Rogers, Red Redfern, all the leadership councils, and everybody that I see on the screen right now. You've doing so much for the company. You've doing so much. And I know, thank you, it's not enough, but we know that OnPassive is here. And Mr. Ash Mufareh, he has such a big heart. And yes, he psychologically somehow transcribed that heart and that love to all of us. And all we got to go do is take it and share it and just embracing it. So I don't know what else to say, but just thank you so much for having me here. And looking forward to having a conversation with each individual founders here. I know we have victors coming up. I don't see a lot of people, but I know we do have victors coming up. Andy Bird's story was a surprise for us. Hi, Andy. It was a surprise for us, but looking forward to hear your story. So please, if you haven't connecting friends with either Milo and I, please connect. So, because we do send out messages. And if you are not friends with us on Facebook, you probably won't be able to see that message. So I really appreciate you, all of you. Thank you so much and love you all.
Thanks, Julie. Anything else, Red?
No, that's it from me. I think we are planning. Obviously, we have a meeting with ourselves, with the UK and Ireland leadership team tomorrow. We're looking at maybe doing a fireside chat on this Sunday night at 6 p.m. I just want to, Marty DeGarmo, have you got anything to say before we finish?
Red, Suzanne's just come back in the house. If you want to grab her, she's just left a message.
Yeah, Suzanne's here. Yeah, get her on.
Okay.
Suzanne, if you can undo your mic and your camera.
I just moved her to the panel, Rod.
Yeah, okay, mate.
Yeah, now I can see it. Sorry. Now that you've let me in. Oh, sorry. I'll get my green screen. Hold on. Come on. I gotta get some place. Here we go. 1 sec. Sorry, guys. There we go.
The Karen Carpenter lookalike.
She is actually, isn't she?
Right? Don't you think?
Yeah.
Karen Carpenter. Okay, I'll go with it. I'll go with it.
Now tell me, Suzanne, why do birds suddenly appear every time you're near?
Why do birds suddenly appear? Well, I'd like to give a little short testimony. I know you guys are at the end of the call and people have been really patient. I saw the beginning, I had to sneak out, now I'm back, but I was introduced in July 2020. Sharon and Neil are good friends of mine, and I respect a lot of the things they do. So it was a no-brainer, but I was actually quite busy with my life. Didn't take it seriously till November. And when I did, I fell off my chair and said, what have I joined? What is going on? And to tell you, I've had fear about joining something new. Am I going to have to share it? And are my friends going to laugh at me? And just, it's all those things where you haven't succeeded. I've been selling a nutritional product for 16 years and I can't make over $5,000 a year in it. I'm okay with that. I love the product. It helps my taxes. It serves a need for our family. However, I didn't get into it to make 5,000. So I looked at OnPassive initially at the tools. I thought I want traffic, and I love the idea of the tools. So that was number one. And then once you start understanding, there's a profit center as well. So everything just kind of went, the lights went on nice and bright. So from there, I just started sharing with some people that I care about. I thought they might want the same thing. People that are in either direct sales or traditional businesses. So to date, I introduced and maybe about 50 people, and about 31 so far have said, yes, I want to join. And since November 14th, today we're at 722 in the team. And it's interesting, Frank, I introduced a girl that was at a wedding. It's just interesting how, you don't think you're going to share, and you tell people you care about, and then they just can't help themselves because it's such a wonderful message and such a great humanitarian in Ash. And this gentleman, Frank, he's busy with a crypto and a cryptocurrency, and he's got no time. I have no time. Well, he's at number 33 or 28 on the leaderboard, 163 personals, meaning 163 people that he's actually personally spoke to have joined. And so people are finding the time, because this company is just something like we've never seen before. So thank you for the time to talk. And I'm just really, really excited, as you can probably tell.
Well, I'd like to say thanks for all the videos you make, Suzanne. They're really good. And I've had great feedback from people that sort of say, I've watched Suzanne's videos and it was really clear, and it just made sense. So thanks for doing those, because it's not easy making videos, but when you make good ones, it's a great impact for the company. Thanks.
Thank you. And there's going to be lots more coming. Now we've got our team set, and now I want to focus on, making branding and making more videos. And that's the fun part, right? But yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Suzanne. Thanks.
Pleasure.
Much.
You needed a woman in there. I could see it was too male dominant.
Yeah.
Come on. Julie and I, we gotta raise the tide of female energy.
I was just about to get the wig on.
Okay.
As a last resort.
Wonderful. Yeah, and Mondays are really good for me. If ever you need me on a call, or I can always pop in at the end. If I can be of any support, I'd love to be. Mondays are great for me.
Super. Thanks very much for that.
Super duper, as they say in England. Super duper.
Yeah.
Super duper.
I can't remember anyone in England saying super duper unless it was Mary Poppins.
Good point, Red.
I thought you used to say it all the time, Red, didn't you?
Yeah, actually, yeah. But my alter ego might have said super duper. It certainly wasn't me, mate. That's for sure.
Yeah, just
okay. Anybody else want to put anything else into this pot before we go?
Yeah. Good morning, good afternoon,
hey,
good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Victor.
My name is Victor Ogumalade from London, United Kingdom. First of all, I want to show profound appreciation to the CEO, Ash Mufala, a kind-hearted man. I love him for what he's doing for us. Also, I want to appreciate Dr. Bill for coming, tonight. God bless you. I want to also appreciate Abato, Marty Digamo, Julian, Susanna. You are all great. And I all want to appreciate all our leaders for making this a reality. Yeah, for those of you who don't know me, I came to OnPassive just about 6 months ago. Before then, I was a rail safety officer. I used to work on the rail, living from hand to mouth, from paycheck to paycheck for over 13 years. But it got to a point in my life that I need to control my destiny. I don't want to be working for nothing. So I followed my passion. What is my passion? Something that I love, something that I cherish, my purpose. And that is making people happy, putting positivity into people's life, encouragement, giving hopes to the hopeless, and making people to realize that they can actually achieve that dream in life. This phenomenal opportunity took me to many parts of the world. I traveled to so many countries, giving motivational speeches. And along the line, I joined some programs. I won't call them company, just to complement my speaking engagements. Some of them worked and some of them failed. But the most disheartening thing was that some of my people couldn't duplicate my success. And that was the main reason why I said I'm not going to promote any affiliate marketing anymore for the rest of my life. But I was going on through my motivational speeches. 6 months ago, I came across this phenomenal webinar done by Roger Peter and Red Redfern. I listened to it from the beginning to the end, and something, caught my attention, because that was something that I was looking for, that I can use to help my people all over the world. I've traveled to so many countries. People join me because of my reputation, because of my integrity. And when I listened to that webinar, I realized that it's everything that I wanted in life. What are the things? OnPassive caters for everybody, including 97% of people that failed online. That was the number one reason why I joined OnPassive, that I don't have to recruit, I don't have to sell, I don't have to convince. Number two, who is behind OnPassive? Ash Mufala. When I listened to Ash Mufala the very first week on a Thursday, I was shedding tears of joy, because I've never seen a kind man like that in my life. We have so many geniuses around the whole world, like Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, so many of them, just to mention a few. But Ash Mufala has the heart of the people. He wants to change the world. And that was number two reason why I joined OnPassive. Number three, does this company has products? Because I want the company to prove to me where the money will be coming from. And I want to tell you tonight, Passive has everything that you can think of. Over 50 products that will be bringing customer legitimate, viable products. It's a no-brainer. Number four, OnPassive even guarantees your success. They do everything for you. They recruit for you. They market for you. They build your customer base, and you just get paid every month, every day, every week. What else are you looking for? This is the time to create a dynasty for your family, for your people around the world. Like Dr. B used to say, create a dynasty for your family. And that is the main reasons why I joined OnPassive. Not only that, OnPassive is the first company on the planet that guarantees you money back. If you are not happy at any point in time, you get your money back. It is a no-brainer. This is a game changer, a correction for the corruption, in the internet world. I want to thank you for this great opportunity given to me by Ash Mufala, wherever he is. I always pray for him every day and for the success of this company. Thank you, Dr. B. I cannot thank you enough. I listened to your video many times. My boss that I work for respected you so much. He joined this company, not just because of me, but because of you, Dr. B. He said, that man, I respected him a lot. Thank you so much for all our leaders that has contributed to the success of OnPassive. May God bless you. Thank you.
Wow. Thanks very much, Victor. That's some way to wrap things up. So we'll, I think that's about it, Red, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it, I think.
Just to
make sure
just
it's all
mention-
recorded.
Yes. And just to mention as well, we've got the Global Company Zoom tomorrow, which is 9 p.m. UK time, 4 p.m. Eastern time as well, which is every Tuesday. And the founders webinar this week is Friday. Again, Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern time, 7 p.m. UK time, unless there's any sort of late changes, which we'll find out nearer the time. Been a good turnout tonight. I think it got up to about 90 at one point. I hope for everyone that's looked at this for the first time, as I've got all their questions answered. I thought there's been a wealth of information that's been given to everyone. I think one thing they can take from this meeting is that this business is going to work for tens of thousands of people. And of course, as a new person looking at it, you've just got to make sure that you want it to work for you. So we're on again next Monday at the same time, 9 p.m. UK time. And thanks very much for attending. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye bye. Ciao, ciao.
Bye bye now. Bye.